So what gave you the right to think you can hit my child, my pikin? For what reason exactly? Like, I need to know. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ijeoma if you don't already know. Okay, this video is very different from the usual sit down videos that we used to do. This is more like a reaction video to a video of Nelo Okeke and Adaezes space on court. I think there's a channel they run together where they talk about stuffs. So in this particular video, they hosted another YouTuber who happens to be Sotonye. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I think she goes by the name for Soti for short. And that topic was one topic that when I was listening to it, I was boiling inside of me. I was boiling in my spirit. Here's the backstory of what was talked about. It's about a woman that came on the View show that's been heard on TVC, and the woman narrated how her help slapped her daughter. Now, what led to the slap? The help went to meet the child and said it is not a time to use her tab, that she should give back the tab since it's not a time for the tab. And the girl, being a child that she is, said no, didn't want to give it. And the help, on the other hand, decided to collect the tab by force. In the process of collecting the tab and the help was walking away, the child got up in anger and slammed the door. Now, according to what the woman said, she said the help almost hit her head on the door. The door almost hit the help, blah, 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 blah. I don't even want to know. And then out of anger, the help slapped the woman's daughter. Now, my question is, what made the help think the right thing to do at that time was to hit my child with heavy slap? Hey God. Inside me and you, one person go meet God that day, because it never reached like that. Like, what are we dragging? What exactly is led to you slapping the child? I mean, the child was only being a child. You, the help, should even be the one that should be cautioned. Because if we look at it in a real sense of it, the child was only being a child. And I am not saying what the child did was right or the child was correct, or but what I am against was the help hitting that child. Why? I'm at home, as in the woman herself, the mother of the child, the madam of the help is at home, and you didn't deem it right to go and report the child. Like the first time you told the child to give you the tab, and she said no. Normally the right thing to do is to go straight to your madam and tell your madam, right? That is what you should do. That is what I feel should be done. Okay, fine. If you now want to take it a notch further and said, oh, I want to exert my own authority as a help in this house, then you collect the child by force. I'm still not against that. You walked away and the child did what the child did, and then you, out of anger, reacted. What I expected from the help was to go and report. Madam, see wetin happen. I collect tab, she hit door for my head. You could even say it that way. And not you. Come on. Come on. Like, what I'm even so mad about is that the woman felt it was right to come on national TV to hear her child's lining, her dirty lining outside that way, because you don't even know who is watching. Like, you felt it is right for you to come and tell the whole world what your child did and hail your help. Now you are trying to make it look like you are not against your child being beaten, or you're not. That is not even what is more important here. What is more important is the effect of that hitting, is the effect of that slap, is the effect, the lasting effect of our mother's reaction to what a stranger did to her. This is the reason why some kids decide or prefer to keep things away from us, because at the end of the day, it is me they will blame. I'm the one that is wrong. I'm the one that did something wrong. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The help was too extreme. It was too extreme to have slapped the child. It was enough that you collected that tab. Keep it going. Just go and report the child. That is what should be done. So when I finished watching this video, and I was pretty much very angry in my spirit, because I don't I don't see any reason why anybody should spank a child that you didn't give birth to, or a child that you didn't raise, or a child that is not related to you in any form or way. So it is very wrong for you to feel, let me allocate the punishments to the child. You don't know how the child's parent is going to take it, for God's sake. You don't know what the child's parent will think. You don't even know if the child has an underlying sickness that if you hit the child too much, it's just going to escalate. You don't know. You just go about hitting people's kids. It is very wrong, please. If you are that auntie, or you are that mother that feels when you see a child doing something wrong, you feel you have the right to beat the child, or you have the right to spank the child, please don't. Keep your home training for your children, okay? Keep it for them. When you get home, go and train them well that way. But you see other people's kids, leave them to be raised the way their parents want them to be raised. All right? Now, one thing we should take note of is that I am not saying what the girl did is right. Now, if I were to be the mother, how would I have reacted? You eat my child, and I will right there and then tell you you don't have any right whatsoever to beat my child. For God's sake, it beats me to see how some parents feels they can leave the liberty of their child's discipline to a total stranger. Now, I was in school, my kid's school one day, when a teacher was reporting a child to the parents, and the parents goes, no dada, tó bá ṣe nǹkan tó dáa, beat her very well. Nǹkan tó máa ń ṣe nìyẹn, beat her very well. Like, how would you allocate such level of discipline to a total stranger? You don't even know the trauma that person is going through, and you feel the child should be beaten and all that. And at the end of the day, when this child is being beaten the way you said, now you go carry the matter for head. Say one teacher don't kill your pikin, one teacher broke your child's head, and you forget the fact that you were the one that gave the teacher the go ahead to hit your child. Now in this scenario, that is not even where it ended. Okay, why I decided to make this video is because I commented on the video. This is the comment, and someone deemed it right to come and counter my comment. Like, the fact that some people feel they can just come from nowhere and put their own way of discipline. I don't even know how to put it on you. Like, I don't want my child to be beaten. You can want your child to be beaten, and I have every right to say it outside. Don't beat my child if you're a stranger. Tell me what my child did. You will even be surprised at the way I will spank that child. You will be the one begging me. My kids know me. I don't beat them often. But sure, you see that beating when I decide to do it. Oh Lord. When I decide to do it, even their dad can't stop me. Mm. So they prefer daddy flogging them to me flogging them. That is to tell you, I will not tolerate nonsense. But what I'm totally against is for someone that I don't know your past experiences. I don't know what you've been going through. I don't know if you even have something against me. I don't know what is going through your head. you now feel you can just come and train my child for me. One thing parents should know is that your kids should be able to see you as a comfort place. Your kids should be able to see you as a confidant. Your kids should be able to see you as a therapist, as someone they can easily go to, easily tell things to, easily share their minds with, easily just tell you anything. And when you create this toxic relationship between you and your child, it makes it very difficult for them to be able to relate to you. If a total stranger does something wrong to them, they might not want to come and tell you, because at the end of the day, you still say they are the one at fault. You too, why did you do this? You too, why did you do that? If what they did is wrong, you correct them right there and then. But when abuse has gotten into it, you make the child know that nobody should hit you, nobody should do this to you. When they hit you, tell me, let me know. And that is why most millennial people grow up with so much trauma, because of the way we were raised. We weren't raised right. Sincerely, like 90% of us weren't raised right. Like we were tortured, we were being beaten as if we were prisoners. Sometimes some parents even beat some kids to the extent of I know of a friend that when the father started beating her here, you will be wondering, are you sure it's this man that gave birth to her? Like it is that bad. And we don't want to grow up, and we don't want to also raise our kids that same way. We want to raise them in an environment where they feel safe, in an environment where they can easily tell me things. So some of us, the way we were raised, we can easily express ourselves. We can, and that is why we keep things from our parents. There are times when just calling your child to other and opening up to the child, telling the child you can tell me things. That alone makes the child know he or she has someone you can fall back to. But the fact that you keep commending an outsider hitting or abusing your child, because that is how I say it, makes the child feel alone, makes the child feel, after all, at the end of the day, they are still going to support the person outside. So what is the need? And it is why a lot of things happen to us while growing up, like uncles and abusing us, um, molesting us, sexually assaulting us, and all those things. And we can't even come out to tell our parents, because at the end of the day, they are still going to believe these uncles, they are still going to believe this other party, and say we now we be the problem. These children, when they get respect, my dear, not that we don't have respect, we can't even tell you things. It's because you've made it so difficult to tell you these things. And I wouldn't want to raise my child that way. I wouldn't want to push them away. I want to create a safe place for them with me. Okay? I will spank you and I will bring you close. Even the Bible said it now. I will use the rod and I will also use the word. Because at the end of the day, when these three things works hand in hand, it makes you raise emotionally stable kids. It makes you raise children that are intentional about the way they react to other people. It makes you raise kind children. Your children are not being raised in an abusive relationship. Your children are not being raised to feel they can be beaten, they can be abused, they can be they can be put down, they can be talked down on, they can be assaulted, molested. They can no. Your children don't grow up having that mindset that they can take or swallow all these things and it's fine. But when you let them know these things are wrong, when you let them know anybody that do this thing to you, tell me, you know that you are trying to imbibe that intentional spirit, intentional act into them. Another fault I'll be pointing out is the fact that the woman didn't even hear the child side of the story, but the fact that the help, who is the older person, has already told you what happened, you feel that is all you need to know. That is all you need to hear in order for you to say or pass your judgment. No matter how little that child is, hear from this other party and hear from the other person. it only makes your kids know my own opinion, my own suggestion, my own part of the story will also be heard. So when my child ends up being the one at fault, I'm going to correct that child right in front of that help. And if the help corrects my child, like correct, not hit, I don't have a problem with it. Don't go as far as hitting them. Leave it to me. Let me be the one that will hit my child. Let me be the one to decide if beating the child is the right thing, is the right punishment. Let me be the one to decide. Let me be the one to decide that. Okay, don't decide that for me. So I would like to wrap up this video by saying, parents, moms, let us do better. Let us do better. Let us create an environment where our child feels safe. Let us create an environment where our child feel, I can easily tell my mom this thing. When someone does something, I can easily tell them. Most times when I and my daughter talk, some people ask, she's just 4, she'll be 5 in September. So people feel we are friends the way we converse. And the most time we even converse is when when she's taking a bath. I think that is when she feels safe. Like when it is just me and her. When I'm bathing her, she easily, and that's why I enjoy beating them myself. When you're bathing her, she tell him, mommy, this person beat me. Mommy, this person did this. When you create that safe space for them, and I listen, when you create that safe space for them, it makes them know I can tell my mommy this thing, and she knows what is right to do. So it makes them feel safe, it makes them feel welcome. So parents, please, more will try to dey do better. Try doing better. Let's raise these kids in a kind way, in a kind environment where they feel they can easily express themselves instead of having to bottle up these emotions, or instead of having to feel neglected and feel dejected. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this video this far. If you don't already know, my name is IJ once again. I create videos surrounding motherhood, everything that has to do with motherhood, relationships. I give relationship tips, how to have successful marriages, and also I make tutorials, and I also add a little sprinkle of head wrap tutorials into it. Do well to watch some other videos on the channel. If you're really going to enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome to this one family. I really appreciate you. Thank you once again, and see you in my next one.